Oh my God, hilarious, right? I mean, no. Oh my God, hilarious, right? I mean, no. Don't trust your love life to just any network. Did you have horse here? Yeah. Don't trust your love life to just any network. T-Mobile has more number ones in 5G than any other network. T-Mobile, proud sponsor of Bedtime Stories, is Dr. Al Greer, the legendary entertainer. Proud sponsor of Bedtime Stories, Dr. Al Greer, the legendary entertainer. Anniversary Friday, October 1st at the Grand Ballroom. 6351 South Cottage Grove. Performers include Miss Reese, Miss Honeydew, Melinda, aka Tina Turner, Super Percy, Tracy Adams, Tony Wilson, aka Young James Brown, Shorty Mac, Robert Money, and a host of others. There will be a special performance by the legendary Garland Green. For tickets, call 773-440-6062 or 773-703-6593. Tickets are $45 in advance, $55 at the door for VIP. It's a legendary entertainer anniversary. Friday, October 1st at the Grand Ballroom, 6351 South Cottage Grove, from 7 p.m. until 2 a.m. Honoring Freddie J. Mac, a.k.a. Godfather Master Fred, with the legendary Garland Green and a host of Chicago's finest entertainers. For tickets, call 773-440-6062 or 773-703-6593.
Well, come on now. Yes, Glenda.
Hey, Poo-Poo, how are you?
I'm fine. I'm on the air. What you need?
I could come over there.
In Calumet City.
Oh, I thought you was at WBON.
Not tonight, no.
Okay. Because I'm trying to find a location where we can do our podcast, where we can record the podcast and still have call-in guests to be a part of it.
Okay.
So, just call me back when you get a chance to.
I will.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Good evening and welcome to Bedtime Stories, the show designed with the lovers in mind, where we put you to bed but never to sleep with the greatest love songs of all time, right here on WOSDradio.com, BiggsRadio.com, RayNeilMedia.com, and WorldVibeRadio.com, all.com, and soon to be on WGVE 88.7 in Gary. I'm working on that too. It's your peanut butter brother, Dr. Al Greer, officially checking in. Coming up in our last hour, we do a little thing we call foreplay. 4 songs by one of your favorite artists, male or female groups. It doesn't matter. And that comes up in our last hour. And of course, you can call us at 773-675-2400. That is our request line number, 773-675-2400. I will be here until midnight Central Standard Time, as I am Monday through Thursday here on WOSD, Tuesday through Thursday on BiggsRadio.com, Sunday through Thursday on 'Ray' Neil Media, and just Wednesday on World Vibe Radio. And Soon to be on WOSD 7 a.m. until 2 a.m. Honoring Freddie J. Mac, a.k.a. Godfather Master Fred, with the legendary Garland Green and a host of Chicago's finest entertainers. For tickets, call 773-440-6062 or 773-703-6593. Tickets are $45 in advance, $55 at the door for VIP. It's a legendary entertainer anniversary. Friday, October 1st at the Grand Ballroom, 6351 South Cottage Grove, from 7 p.m. until 2 a.m. Honoring Freddie J. Mac, a.k.a. Godfather Master Fred, with the legendary Garland Green and a host of others. There will be a special performance by the legendary Garland Green. For tickets, call 773-440-6062 or 773-703-6593. Tickets are $45 in advance, $55 at the door for VIP. It's a legendary entertainer anniversary. Friday, Here's chapter 8 featuring Anita Baker on Bedtime Stories. Good evening. Queen Janine, how are you? Good evening. Welcome to the stories, the bedtime stories. Remember when you were little and your mom and your grandmother would watch the soap operas, and I gotta watch my stories, girl. I gotta watch my stories. So welcome to the stories. I am good this evening. Thank you so much for asking. It's just great to be here. And of course, this is early for you because well, you normally get off at 11. So, yep, glad this works for you. and you know, as opposed to the B side. So, but thank you so much. I appreciate you. So you watched your stories with your, you know what? Mark has read and put on Do Not Disturb. Um, what, at 11 years old? Wow. You know, I don't know what made me think of this. My grandmother used to talk to the television. She would talk to the television. Like if somebody was behind her, girl, don't you know that guy's behind you? Or, you know, girl, look out. He finna do, you know. So, you know, that was my grandmother. She thought that they could actually hear her on the TV. You know, she spoke into it, or she spoke loud enough that they would hear her, and of course get out of the way or whatever, or turn around and say, "Oh," be like, "Thanks, Mrs. James, because we couldn't hear. I couldn't hear nothing." Oh, mm-mm-mm. I don't know what made me think about my grandmother, but yep, that was my granny. One of them, and of course, too, my father's mother as well. Yep. Yep. Of course, we talk to the TV. I still do it on certain programs. You talk to the TV too, huh? Okay. What's up, Kevin Brooks? How are you, sir? Welcome to the stories, the bedtime stories. Yeah. Welcome to the stories, my brother. Like I say all the time, don't forget to share the page on your or share the video on your page. So it look like a whole bunch of people are looking at me right now. So I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Ryan Simmons, what's going on, sir? Ryan Simmons, the promoter. Good to see you as always. Thank you, sir. Thank you for joining. Like I said earlier, don't forget to share it on your page. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much, Ryan Simmons, the promoter, and Kevin Brooks, Queen Janine. Thank you so much. I will whip out my sandwich later on. Yep. Yep. I'll whip out that old sandwich later on. Yeah, because actually, I just ate. Heads up, tomorrow is BB King's birthday. All right. That's what's up. I think I'll do him in the spotlight tomorrow. I think I did a show for BB King, so um, or maybe I'll just do a whole new show tomorrow for the B sides. So, but yep, BB King, happy birthday in heaven for BB Riley B King, and the B of course stands for absolutely nothing. He doesn't even have a middle name. It's just B. Excuse me while I brush my hair. I better do that before I start eating. You know. Not that it's going anywhere, but somebody told me if I brush my hair and massage my scalp, my hair would grow back. In the words of Maury, that too was a lie. I've been taking biotin and using this biotin shampoo. Does it look like it's growing back? No. Wait a minute, let me see. No, maybe a little bit. It's a little bit darker up there. So, yeah, I'm gonna keep trying. My my niece who cuts my hair, she was like, "Oh, why don't you just give it up, shave it off?" I said, "No, we're not gonna do that. I mean, as long as it's growing, I'm just not ready to, give up the ghost, as it were. There's too many products out there. It's a whole bunch of products. Everything is now confirmed with you and Paulette on November 20th. Absolutely, sir. I talked to her. We emailed each other, so we're good to go for the 20th. Once again, thank you. I appreciate it. So yeah, we're good to go. And I hope that you're there. She said, nothing wrong with being bald. My husband is bald. I didn't say there was anything wrong with it. Oh, no, don't get me wrong. There is absolutely nothing wrong with being bald. It's just when it comes to my head, it's wrong. If people want to cut, shave their heads, then that's fine. I remember with my first wife, she said, "Oh, your hair is thinning." I said, "Yeah." She said, "You should shave it off. Just shave your head." So I did it. And everybody that saw me, they were like, "What did you do?" I said, "Oh, I shaved my head." My wife said, "Shave my head." She said, "If she tells you to jump off of a building, would you do that too?" I don't know, maybe. So that was it. And it was too much maintenance. You would think with no hair it was less maintenance. Oh no, it was more maintenance to have to shave my head every day, because otherwise, you get that stubble on your head. Like when you shave other parts of your body, you get that stubble and it's like itching and everything else. I said, and get this. Somebody, of course, is not listening. Mark this red. So it started growing back. It grew back, it grew back even thicker. So she was wrong about me shaving my head. So from that talented family of Ronnie Laws, Hubert Laws, and Deborah Laws, that's Eloise Laws. And love comes easy right here on Bedtime Stories with your peanut butter brother, Dr. Al Greer. We put you to bed, but never to sleep with the greatest love songs of all time. Hello to Janine Lee Jefferson, also known as Queen Janine. To Ron Simmons and Kevin Brooks, thanks for checking me out on Facebook right now. I really appreciate it. For those who are not on my Facebook page, shame on you. What are you waiting for? Those that have a Facebook page, all you have to do is send me a friend request, and I'll take it. Trust me. Trust me, I'm hard up for friends. No, I'm not. But yeah, if you're on Facebook or you're new to Facebook, send me a friend request. That's Al, Greer. I'm also on Instagram at Peanut Butter Brother One. Now, if you put in Peanut Butter Brother, then you get some white boy trying to pretend to be me. So it's peanut, the word peanut, as it's spelled, brother, Brotha, brother, peanut butter brother. I forgot butter, Butta, butter. So it's Peanut Butter Brother One on Instagram. Okay. Like I said earlier, when we do our last hour, we do a little thing we call foreplay, 4 songs by one of your favorite artists, male or female. It can be a group, it can just be somebody all by himself. Could be this group. Here are the Ozzy Brothers. Once I Had Your Love. Now I'm hooked. Hook, line, and sinker, Like we used to say, I'm whipped, right? It's your peanut butter brother, Dr. Al Greer. All righty. I once had your love, baby. Robin said, ooh, foreplay. It's been so long, you probably forgot what that was. But anyway, James Jefferson, how are you, sir, young man? LT, how are you? Good to see you, as always. How's it going over there at WVON, James? Yeah. I see you're no longer scared of Mr. Cheatham. Yeah, his bark is worse than his bite. He's old. In a fight, he can't do anything. He can't chase you. He can't swing. He can't fight. He can't do anything. So all his old butt can do is be mean. So don't even worry about it. Let him be mean. Got school in the morning, but wanted to hop in and say hello. Well, hello, sir. Thank you so much. Well, Al just called me out. Come on. That's what I do best. Call people out. Yeah, that's what I do. I could say some stuff about LT, but y'all probably wouldn't even believe me. Okay. Anyway, they used to say I know, right? They used to say, "Oh, don't say that on the air. Don't bust me out on the air." I'm like, I don't do that. I'm not gonna bust you out on the air. Yeah, right. I'm not. They'd be afraid of what I was going to say. I remember my mom. I would say certain things on the air, and I come home. She said, "I heard you today." It was like, you got to learn not to bust people out. I'm like, Mom, it's just entertainment. It's just me being funny and stuff. And she was like, "Oh, I don't know." I said, "I'm just trying to be personal with people. I'm trying to. She said, "Yeah, but some people don't like to be talked about on the air." I'm like, "It's them just jokes." I said, "Everybody don't take it as a joke." I said, "Oh, okay." So some people, yeah, listen to mama. Some people laugh at it and keep going. And then others take it to heart. Like, so you really think that of me? I thought we were friends. Like, okay, let me not be, so so personable on the air as well as on Facebook Live. Yeah. So I have to be more. I have to be less transparent. And with me, it's like I talk about myself. You know, which is no big thing. I'll tell you in a minute. It's like, okay, my hair is falling out. I got a tooth over here that's about to come out. You know. And that stuff, it doesn't bother me. It's like, okay, once all my teeth have fallen out, once it's done, then I can, get new teeth. So anyway, you're talking about yourself. There's a lot to talk about. Yeah. Your love life or the lack thereof. Well, I don't know, Robin. You might be, you never know. See, I'm not going to say anything. I'm not going to say a word because, I got to see you at work tomorrow. So I'm not going to say nothing. I heard what you said about me last night, Al. I said, yeah, let's talk about Robin's love life. Okay. Yeah. Or lack thereof. And I could say the same thing, I'm loving on myself. Somebody said, what was it? We were talking about Viagra and Cialis. I said, please, I'm trying to save my arm. I'm not trying to make it fall off. They just laughed. They're like, come on, Al Greer. We know you get no. See, that's the old me. I don't do that stuff anymore. And I try to tell people that, but they just don't believe me. Come on, ladies, man. You the ladies, man. Like, no, I'm not. I'm the family guy. I'm Pawpaw. I've gone from, one chapter of my life to another. So this is the final chapter. Final chapter is Pawpaw, just sitting in the backyard, sipping on some not so sweet lemonade and watching the grandkids playing the pool in the backyard. That's it. Yeah. One of these days. Yep. That's all I want to do. I know. What happened? I don't know. I just grew up one day. Woke up and I grew up. And that was it. So everything I did before then, it was just, I guess getting it out of my system. I did what every man did. Or every man that thought he was a man did. So that was it. So after that, I hung up my player's jersey. I retired from doing all of that stuff. It was fun while it lasted, but now it's like, it's like that song. There's a song by Oscar Brown Jr. And I think I should play that. It's called Ladies Man, Oscar Brown Jr. Yep, it's called Ladies Man. Yep, it sure is. And that describes what I used to be. And that's it. It's over now. Blue Magic can teach me how to love. It's never too late to teach an old dog new tricks. So teach me how to love. I might need some new lessons. The old stuff doesn't work. It's like my pastor was saying the other day, putting new wine into old bottles. I guess I'm an old bottle. Anyway, hello to Robin Lewis, who is the news director at WPO and one of the other 4 radio stations that I work for. Or is it 5? It's up to 5 now. So, yeah, I don't know why I'm telling you guys this. I had an offer to come to another radio station. I was like, when would I have time to do that? to do another radio station? Nah, I don't think so. You know, I got that offer on Sunday, I think it was. Yeah. I was like, nah, I'll think about it. I thought about it though. Nah, I'll stick with what I'm doing right here on WOSD Radio, BiggsRadio.com, Ray Neal Media, the best music of your life, and of course, World Vibe Radio, and hopefully soon, that station in Gary, WGVE 88.7. If we can find a way I can get bedtime stories over there, then that would be my one FM station. So that's cool. And all of them are online. So I would be on all 5 stations simultaneously. So, yep. It's called syndication, you know. Yeah. Syndication is good. It's even better when you're getting paid, you know. You switch. I want to be closer to you right here on Bedtime Stories. It's your peanut butter brother, Dr. Al Greer. And we play the greatest love songs of all time. We put you to bed, but never to sleep with the greatest love songs of all time. You should know how I feel. My love is it's for real. It's for real. From what I hear, being single today, the streets aren't kind. You are absolutely right, Janine. I encourage people to stay married. And before I was like, you know, when I was younger and I would see couples walking in the mall, I'd be like, dang, he just gave up. Man. He just, you know, damn. Dang, I can't do that. Oh man, look at him. Oh, he whipped. Oh man, look at that. What's up? Darius Lawrence, how are you, sir? Yeah, but back in the day, I was like, I said, that would not be me walking in the mall hand in hand or pushing a baby cart or whatever. I'm like, nope, not me, And guess what happened? My granddaughter came along and I had to keep her during the day. Guess what I was doing? Pushing a baby cart through Ford City. Yes, I was. Been with my husband for 31 years, married 26 of those years. Well, like I said, if you are with someone, stay with them, you know, because like you said, the streets are not kind. There is nothing out there. There is absolutely, positively nothing out there. So if you've been married, you know, take my word for it. Stay married. You know, make it work. That's what they have marriage consulates for. You know, make it work. If it's not working, I mean, don't get me wrong. You know, if he's beating on you or not treating you like the queen that you are, then yeah, leave or make him sleep in the basement or the attic or the garage. But at the end of the day, you know, if that's your husband and you love him, make it work. Make it work. Because life is too short to be unhappy. All right. What's love got to do with it? He said, great benefits and a mighty fine pension. And Ron said, I was married for 10 years and now single and it's all good. Well, Ron, some of us have to be single and some of us prefer to stay married. So, you know, if single is working for you, then continue to do it. If single is working out for you, by all means, continue being single. Ain't nothing wrong with it, you know. if it works for you. But there was a gentleman whose wedding reception I did. He got married for the third time. And hey, Luana. And he said, "You want to know why I'm getting married this third time?" I said, "No." He said, "The first time I got married because I had to. I was young and her parents weren't playing that stuff. I said, "Oh, one of them shotgun marriages. You gonna marry my daughter? We ain't have no children out no wedlock." So that was his first one. His second one, he thought he was in love. He thought he had found the right one the second time. He said, "But this third time I'm getting married for my health." I said, "Your health, sir?" He said, "Yeah, married couples live longer." I said, "Okay." I took his word for it, and to this day, he's still married. It's been 7 years now. So I said, big ups to you, brother. If that works, then cool. Would I get married again? Probably not. If it doesn't work out with me and the missus, and they say never, because I never thought that I would move in with somebody else. And so you never say never. You don't know how you're going to feel about that person. So I get it. Because I said never before. I said I would never get married again. And that was when I was married to my first wife. I said I would never get married again. I'm not going to do one and done. Oh, I'm through. So to kind of, I guess, justify me getting married the second time, I would tell people the first one was just for practice. Just to see if I was, marriage material, to see if I could be married. So that was the first one. So the first one, the first one doesn't count. Right, Darius? So the first one didn't count. So this one, yeah, this is the real one. Yeah, right. Which is why I'm where I am now and not at home. So, but that's all right, And like I always say, I'm a hopeless romantic, so I'm holding out, holding out for a miracle. So hopefully it will happen. It'll happen for me because I like that gentleman. I feel that married couples live longer, and they do. Greg said one and done. He's on his third. You said you're on your third one. Well, never say never. That's just it. Never say never. So, once you find that person that you're compatible with, you don't want anybody else. You get used to their smelly feet and their bad attitude and the mood swings, and you get used to theirs, and then you don't want to get used to somebody else's. Heat wave, and sure enough, must be love. It's got to be. It's your Dr. Al Greer. This is Bedtime Stories, the show designed with the lovers in mind, where we put you to bed, but never to sleep with the greatest love songs of all time right here on the internet. Thank you so much for joining us. We're talking about marriage tonight. Now, with this pandemic going on, a lot of people are making up with their mates. Ron Simmons says he's been divorced since 1984. Now, Ron ain't no spring chicken, but I get it. Now, if single works for you, then cool. It works for you. Chef Greg Dorsey said he's on his third marriage. Queen Janine said she's been married for 31 years. And Luana said, well, hopefully things will work out fine back together for you and Mrs. Al. And like I always say, I'm a hopeless romantic, and I hope everything works out because I just Back Together Again by Roberta Flack and Donny Hathaway. I got one better than that, but thank you, Luana. I appreciate it. But I always said one and done. I said that with my first wife. I said, I'm just going to do this one time. And if it doesn't work out, I'm not going to make a career out of being married like some people that I know. Johnny Carson, Mickey Rooney. Let's see, Liz Taylor and Richard Burton, who got married to each other, I think twice or something like that. But once you find that right person, you get used to their quirks. You get used to what they do and how they do it, how they cook, the way they walk, their mood swings. And, you have to learn a whole nother person when you get with somebody else. You have to get used to their quirks. You got to get used to their, weirdness. So I say just stay where you are. If you can be with the one you love the one you're with. It's just that plain and simple. Here's DeBarge and Love Me in a Special Way. This is Bedtime Stories with your peanut butter brother, Dr. Al Greer. Rico Suave. Luana, I wish somebody would talk to her. I really do. I say this all the time. I just don't know. Without a mediator, it's not going to work. I think that she has, other issues, and that's it. My thing is, okay, let's move forward from this day on this date, and move forward. And it's like that song says, stop bringing up the past. But you can't tell. You can't tell people how to think and how to feel. And that's it. You can't tell somebody, hey, forget about it. Hey, move on. Hey, stop dwelling in the past. You can't tell anybody that, because who knows it feels it. And that's what my first wife used to always say, who knows it feels it. So and there was something that someone told me or said to me the other night on my live, which I didn't like at all. That's right. Capricorns love hard, but the women don't trust that trust can be trusted. All right. Joel Mitchell and Naomi Mitchell. Well, send me their number, please. And even after counseling, if they say that we're not compatible, that we should go our separate ways, then I'll be like, okay. I'll say, all right. But I want to give it a concerted effort first. Once they say, well, you all are not compatible, then fine. Okay, cool. If you're arguing for 4 days a week, enjoy 3 days, it's time to go. Okay. Well, I hear you. I hear you on that. I do. I perfectly get it. But once again, if it's worth salvaging, you know, if it's worth fixing, then fix it. They're going to help you get back together again. Okay. If you say so, then I'll believe you. I'll believe it when I see it. Because I have been willing to work it out. I've been out of the house for 2 years now, and I'm just not digging my freedom because I'm used to being in a relationship, whether it be a marriage or just having a girlfriend. Now, Ned Frank, what's going on? Must have a lot more joy than pain. I hear you. I hear you. But I think a lot of it had to do, it wasn't anything that I did physically. It was my bank account. And, that's the only thing that I can think of because, I'm not an abuser. You know, I've never been that kind of guy to beat on my woman to get my point across. That's not me. If we don't see eye to eye, then fine. We just don't see eye to eye. But I can't beat it into you. You go see my point of view. No, it's like if you don't see my point of view, then fine. That's it. There is nothing that I can do to pound it into your head. Rico said, I divorced my wife. We didn't speak for 2 years. Then we got back together to try after divorce. But she went back to the old narcissistic mindset ways after 8 months. It's been over since then. I miss her, but I don't miss her narcissism. I hear you, Rico. I hear you. But my wife and I are both sarcastic. But my sarcasm, is unwarranted. Why can't you just, cut it and say, I can't say what I feel. It's got to be like, okay, are you done? Okay. You say something and that's it. But that's not healthy, especially if you have an opinion, you want to get it out. You know, it's unhealthy to bottle up inside what you feel, and that's it. It's unhealthy. Everybody's got an opinion. They said opinions like a butthole. Everybody's got one, and that's it. Nanette. Gladys Knight and the Pips, you're the best thing that ever happened to me. It's your Dr. Al Greer. Saying hello to Nanette Frank Britton, also to Captain Daryl Owens. He said, what did I miss? You didn't miss anything. You just tuned in on Facebook. Also to Brother Rico Hudson. We're talking about relationships on Facebook. And, good, bad, indifferent, healthy relationships, not healthy relationships. Rico was saying, he couldn't stand his wife's narcissism. They broke up. After 2 years, they got back together, and within 8 months, she went back to her old self again. I believe, and this is my own opinion. Of course, my degree is not in marriage counseling, it's in radio and TV and stuff. But I do believe that two people, if they belong together, then they belong together. And it's going to be some rough times, but I feel like if you're friends first, then the rest is easy. If you're friends first, if you have a good time when you go out and you all just kick it like two kids, then I believe that it's worth saving if that's what you want. But it has to be mutual. It can't just be one person that wants to be married and the other person wants to be single. Me, myself, I would rather be married, especially at this age. I'm pushing 61 now, so I want to be in the company of a beautiful woman. I'm just saying. But if it doesn't work, the words in this song will tell you how I feel. Here's the late, great David Ruffin and Walk Away from Love, right here on Bedtime Stories with your peanut butter brother, Dr. Al Greer. Daryl said, single, screw them all. All right, Daryl. Daryl said, screw them all. I'm sorry, Daryl. This is one time that I cannot agree with you. I do believe there is someone out there for me. Whether it's my wife or someone else's wife. Anyway, so I do believe that. I used to feel like you did when I first got married. I'm like, my wife and I, my first wife and I, we got married in August. By November, she was out of the house. She had moved out, and that was it. So I told myself, hey, I'm never going to do this again. I'm never going to get married. I'm never going to put all my eggs in one basket. But I didn't want to go back to the way I was before. I didn't want to be that gigolo player type person. I didn't want to do that. Catherine Laverne Flowers. Hello, Catherine. How are you? Blessings to you. Well, you say I have to say that. Okay. Well, that's the way I feel. I mean, what'd you say? Selfish is all about me. I'm so beautiful. And that's it. But you said, get that badass leather coat and put it over put it on over the back of the chair. Okay. All right. Anyway, but I hear what you're saying, Daryl. I also hear what other people are saying. And once again, if she is not meant for me or we're not meant to be, then I will consider moving on, going to someone else, and that's it. But right now, with this pandemic and the Delta variant and all of this stuff, I'm pretty much keeping to myself. I as bad as I want to be in a relationship, I got to think of my health first, and that's it. I have to think of my health. I have to put my health first before, before everything else. And I get it. I understand. but I just, you know, I know I don't have to say it. Said, I'm just not looking. I get it. I get it. He shall lead you. Thank you, Catherine. Thank you. Yeah. And I believe that. You know, if there is, you know, if it's to be, then it will be. But you know, I want to get, I don't want to get too biblical on you guys, but you know, Adam was in the Garden of Eden and he was by himself. He needed companionship. So God sent him Eve, and that was it. And I do believe there's my Eve out there in my garden. You know, I do believe there's an Eve for me. You know, so I get it. I understand what you're saying, Daryl. You know, I feel you. You know, but but hear me out. You know, I feel like God sent Adam some ribs from Kenny's. Thank you, Daryl. You went from catfish to ribs. Okay. Scream for catfish. Scream for ribs. But I believe that there is, you know, someone for everybody. I just believe that. And you know, and Daryl, I understand because I've been around you. You know, I've seen, you know, I've seen what you went through. You've seen what I went through. And still some of us, you know, some of us just don't give up, you know. It's like we hit the brick wall and then we turn around the other way and then there's another brick wall on the other side. Am I hungry? Yeah, with a side of catfish. I'm always hungry, Catherine. You know, my wife is a chef, but have I had a home cooked meal? And the answer is no. I have not had a home cooked meal in a while. I think the last one I had, she cooked it, and she made salmon croquettes for me with rice and vegetables. That was the last home cooked meal I had. Ever since then, it's been hoagies and Subway salad, and that's it. So marriage is a lot of work. No such thing as 50-50, but if you can survive the hard times, you'll enjoy the good times just that much more. And I hear you. You're absolutely right. You know, and I'm just, you know, I get so jealous when I hear people saying, you know, well, you know, we've been married for 20 some years, or we got married out of high school. We've been married for 35 years. I'm like, I've been married for 5. Hello, Elaine. You know, how are you, Elaine? But I'm just, you know, I'm jealous when I hear other people bragging, you know, well, we're celebrating our 25th wedding anniversary. I'm like, love is overrated. I hear you, Daryl. I hear you. But nobody's crazy about being no player either. You know, it's dangerous these days being a player. Women, you know, have their conceal and carry. So they can say you jumped on them and they can shoot your ass. So I'm, you know, but I hear what you're saying. I'm hanging in there, Elaine. I'm hanging in there. I am hanging in there. You know, hopefully they used to say in church, it gets greater later. And I'm hoping. Pisces women are hopeless romantic. romantics. Well, Capricorn men are hopeless romantics. And I remember, once again with my first wife, I was angry. I was angry and I was embarrassed because I had pumped it up so much. I had a countdown on my Facebook page and everything. That, of course, is the Iceman Jerry Butler, along with Brenda Lee Eager and Ain't Understanding Mellow. It's your Dr. Al Greer. This is Bedtime Stories, and we're talking about marriage and relationships. And Catherine Laverne Flowers says, don't be jealous. I said, I'm always jealous every time somebody is celebrating a wedding anniversary. Well, we've been together since high school, and I get jealous. I get angry. She says, mine is coming. I thank you. I thank you so much. But I mean, I don't hate, when somebody's bragging about their relationship, which they should. You should brag about your relationship. You should celebrate your mate all the time, even, especially in public. You should never say, well, she's this and she's that or whatever. You should always celebrate them. And that's just my opinion. My parents were married for 58 years, and they did just that. They held up their, I guess, their ends of the bargain till death do them part. And that was it. My father went first, and then my mother, she said she would never remarry. And that was it. And she went to join him back in May of last year. Yep. And that's it. Elaine James says you have to stay strong no matter what. I said, I'm trying. I'm trying to hang in there, Elaine. It's not easy, because like I said earlier, I've always been in a relationship. Even if I wasn't married, I was in a relationship with someone. So that's just me. I love. And that's it. All right. Once again, welcome to Bedtime Stories. Bedtime Stories is sponsored by Hey, Najala. Najala. Cancer women are the best. Are they really? I had a cancer woman once. Just once. Najala. Why, thank you, Dr. Al Greer. This is WOSD DB Chicago, WDLB Indianapolis, World Vibe Radio, Ray Neal Media, the best music of your life. Did I leave any out? Oh, that's everybody. Okay. All right. Thank you so much. Once again, this is Bedtime Stories. Don't forget, on October 1st, I will be over at the Grand Ballroom. That's on a Friday. And we're celebrating the birthday and anniversary of Grandmaster. Grandmaster goes by a whole bunch of names. His real name is Freddie McGee, but he goes by Grandmaster. Sometimes he rocks a Rick James wig, but I'll be surprised to see what he has on October 1st over at the Grand Ballroom on 62nd and Cottage Grove. I'll be looking forward to seeing you guys, all right? All right, there we go. It's stuck. Okay, let's try something else then. If that one is stuck, then maybe this one will play. Here's One Way, featuring Al Hudson. Don't ever stop loving me. It's your peanut butter brother, Dr. Al Greer. Hello, Shanita Gayton. I see you. But you say Pisces women rule the heart. Okay. What say you, Shanita Gayton? Everybody has an opinion. I'll be right back. He's back. Cancer women love, not rule. Okay. Okay. I'll take Subway. Subway it is. All right. Subway for 500. Alex. All right. 6-inch tuna. After a Pisces woman, a man will never forget his love for her, no matter how long it's been. Okay. Yeah. I hear you. People are not really marrying for love, but other things that they can get out of that other person. Yeah, pretty much so. Yeah. Yeah, nobody's getting married for love anymore. There shouldn't be an after. It should be forever. Hey, Sheila Forrest. But what you say? Always loyal. What's that? Libra. Yeah. But I get it. I understand. I hear you all. My wife and I are the same sign in Capricorn, so we both butt heads all the time. But you know, my thing is sometimes you have to let the other person drive every now and then. Sometimes you have to take a back seat, and that's the way I look at it. You know, I've been called a passive aggressive. I have old boys friends from high school hunting me down from high school. I'm 60 years old, and they're still thinking about me. And you must have whipped it on them then. Woohoo! You must have put it on them. You a Cap too, Ron? I hear you. You know, Capricorns are born leaders. We're leaders. But, you know, sometimes we have to let that other person lead and just let them do what they do. And that's it. Janine said, that's how I roll. Okay. Yeah. I've been called passive aggressive too. Where are the Aries people? I remember what was it? What was I getting ready to say? Oh, the movie I Think I Love My Wife with Chris Rock. I remember in the movie the end where he was about to sleep with the old girl from Scandal, and he got that tie up above his head, and he remembered playing with his daughter, and he ran home to his wife. I'm like, I feel you, bro. I feel you. He ran home to his wife. I was like, he saw himself, you know, in his mind, he was, you know, playing with his daughter, and he realized he had too much to lose for just, you know, 30 minutes, an hour of just screwing. You know, sometimes you Kerry Washington, yeah. You know, sometimes you just have to say, this is not worth it. You know, and women will ask you after you cheated, was it worth it? Was it worth it? Did she give you money? Did you get a car? You know, did she put some money in your bank account? Was it worth it? And of course, it's never worth it, especially if your wife is asking you, was it worth it? Because now you've lost everything. Was it worth it? No. 30 minutes to an hour, yeah. And I always say this, you know, love making can last for hours. You know, intimacy lasts for hours. Sex lasts for about 15, 20 minutes. That's it. And it's never worth it. You know, if you're in a relationship, it's never worth it. If you're single, hey, you ain't got nothing to lose. You just go on to the next one, like I always did when I was a kid. The Memphis Horns. And Just for Your Love. It's your Dr. Al Greer. This is Bedtime Stories, the show designed with the lovers in mind, where we put you to bed but never to sleep with the greatest love songs of all time. Sheila Forrest was just checking in on Facebook, and she said, well, I made a comment. I said, lovemaking can last anywhere between 2 or 3 hours or all day. Intimacy. Sex can last for about 15 minutes and then it's over with. Daryl said 6.5 minutes. You know, when you're in tune with that person and you really love them, then intimacy can last all day. The two of you all can lay in the bed and watch TV, cuddled up, hugged up, you know, rubbing each other's feet up against each other. And that can last all day. It can last for days if you don't have anything to do. You know, it can last from Friday until Sunday morning when you get up and go to church. And it's not always about, Daryl said, yuck. It's not always about sex. It's about intimacy. And that's what I look for. I look for intimacy. Sex is fine. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. Sex is wonderful. Woohoo! But it only lasts for about 15 to 20 minutes. Half an hour if you take some Viagra or something. But after that, hey, you know, but like I always say, I love love. And that's just me. I'm a hopeless romantic. Don't hold it against me, okay? Here's Renee and Angela and my first love right here on Bedtime Stories with your peanut butter brother, Dr. Al Greer. Yep, there's a huge difference, you know. You could be laying in the bed and all of a sudden that other person gets up to go to the bathroom. Where you going, baby? We're not through yet. You know, you know, there's lust and there's love. And that's it. You know. You can lust after a person that you're with, that person can send you pictures and everything else. And you're like, ooh, I can't wait to be with her or him or them. But with me, it's once again, it's all about intimacy. It's not just sex anymore for me. Ask anybody that knows me. I had plenty of sex. Plenty of it. I had a threesome one time and everybody climaxed at the same time. I was like, woohoo! My crowning achievement. What do I do for an encore? Make love to that one person twice as hard and twice as much. Yeah. What's up, Jay Lewis? Daryl Owen said, Al, you've changed. Yes, I have. I have. And I tell you, Daryl, I said this the other night on my live. When that girl pulled that gun out on me and said, I was pregnant with your child. And she was holding the gun on me in front of the club on, was that 79th and Morgan at the, what is that, Studio 79. I was like, it's time to change. It's time to change. She had that gun pointed at my rib cage. She was on the driver's side. I was on the passenger side. She was about to shoot me in my heart. And I said, hey, Holly Jennings. I said, it's got to be a better way. And after that, I was like, no, I'm pulling out the player game. I'm sorry. I'm hanging up my jersey. I can't do it. I just can't. I was terrified. I mean, I've had guns pulled on me before, but never like that. That girl was like, she was about to take me out. And there would have been nothing that I could do. Nothing. Not a thing. She'd have pushed me out on the sidewalk and they wouldn't have found me until the club was closed. So, yep. So all of that stuff, that we used to do, that we did back in the day, I lived to tell about it. And that's it. I lived to tell about it. I wouldn't be sitting here now. Catherine, it was scary. Like I said, I've had, you know, people pull a gun on me before, but never like that. You know, I felt, you know, I felt helpless. I was at her mercy. Another guy, please, some guy pulling the gun on me. I'm like, man, you better get that gun out of my face, man. Go ahead, shoot me. I ain't gonna shoot you, man. I ain't gonna shoot. She looked like she wanted to shoot me. And I was like, Lord, if you get me out of this, I'm gonna be a better man. And that was it, Catherine. I was terrified. After that, I said, when I get to a certain age, I'm going to get married, and that's it. I'm hanging up my player's jersey. As a matter of fact, I was going to have a ceremony where I would just hoist the jersey up and say, okay, with my name on it, and say, this is it. I'm done. That was a fatal attraction. It really was. Yep. Yep. Huh. You said you didn't like that chick, huh? but that was it. That was the turning point for me. You know, that was the turning point. I said, no more, no more. You know, there was one point where I was living with one chick and the other chick was pregnant, but it wasn't my kid. And everybody was going around thinking that I had impregnated both of these women at the same time. And that was just it. I should have been with my baby mama. And shortly after leaving the other girl, I went back to my baby mama. I said, I was having breakfast one morning. I said, I'm going home. And that was it. And I got in my car and I went home. I went back to my baby mama, who was pregnant with my child at the time. I went back home. I said, this is where I need to be. She was about to have my child, my oldest son, Alonzo. So, you know, you'll know when enough is enough. And that's all I'm saying. You'll know. That is one Prince song that I never play. Do Me Baby. I don't play the whole thing because, you know, I don't even think Prince would do that in concert these days. I don't know if he was still here. To Dr. Al Greer, this is Bedtime Stories. Hello once again to Kathleen Laverne Flowers, who was new to the show. I thank you so much. I appreciate you. Also to Sheila Forrest and Janine Lee Jefferson, a.k.a. Queen Janine. Now, you know, my phone number here is 773-675-2400. And one night I got a phone call from, what is his name? Oh, it'll come to me. He goes, Brother Raheem, that's him. Brother Raheem, who listens all the time. And he said, man, I'm supporting you, man. I'm checking out your show. I love your show. I said, well, thank you, Brother Raheem. But it was actually a rerun of one of my shows. So I actually wasn't at the station that night, but he was enjoying the show. So, Brother Raheem, I appreciate you. Thank you so much. To all of our new listeners over at Ray Neal Media, the best music of your life, I appreciate you. As always, Dinah Lynn Biggs, Gerald Kelly, and of course, my nephew, Ray Neal. I love you guys. Thank you so much for carrying bedtime stories with your peanut butter brother, Dr. Al Greer. Once again, welcome to Catherine Laverne Flowers. Welcome to our little family we call Bedtime Stories. Here's Stevie Wonder and Creepin' featuring Minnie Riperton on, you guessed it, Bedtime Stories. You'll stay. Woolard, watching and listening from West Des Moines, Iowa. All right. Thank you. Welcome once again. I know exactly where that is because I did a wedding reception out there once. And they put me up for the night. It was like I want to say like a 4 or 5 hour drive. You know, and I remember I made it back in time to go to church. But, you know, with all my equipment and everything else, I was tired, boy. You know, that drive wore me out. I mean, it's a big difference driving to, you know, Wisconsin or something like that. That's like what? Hour and a half, 2 hours. But Iowa, whoo, that was a long drive. I said I would never do that drive again by myself. I mean, I would do it, but not by myself. Yep. Catherine, don't mind Daryl. He's harmless. Daryl is harmless. But if you're ever in Chicago, you know, look me up. But I will tell you this. I will not go to Iowa driving by myself. Now, I might take the megabus. I'll take the megabus in a heartbeat to Iowa. And I'll be like, meet me, you know, at the megabus station. But that's the only way that I would, you know, because I drove there before. This young lady that I used to date, she lived in Iowa for a while. I think she's back in the city though. But that was a long haul, and I knew I should have charged them way more money than I charged them. You know, and I'm surprised that my vehicle, you know, flying is an hour. The only way I can come to Chicago. Oh. Well, flying I would do. But like I said, you know, I would do the drive if somebody would drive with me. Otherwise, that's just woo. That drive wiped me out. Don't, once again, Catherine, don't mind Daryl. You know, you've seen his comments, so you know he's, you know, anti-love. So you know. Yep. Mr. Wham Bam, thank you, ma'am. Yeah. Well, said I'm 50 now, no more long drive. You don't look like you're 50. Oh my goodness. Mm-hmm. Yeah, don't. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yep. Daryl is Daryl. He's sworn to fun and loyal to none. Got some cold got some coleslaw to go with that catfish. Mm-mm. Yep, Daryl is a confirmed bachelor, and that's okay. That works for him. But me, I mean, back in the day, we were, it was like anybody and everybody. You know, yeah. Would you say, Catherine? He's rather special. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. But when you get older, you get in the corner. Mm-mm. But when you've been through what I've been through, with the gun being pulled on me and the crazy baby mamas, yeah, it'll make anyone stop and reevaluate their lives. It'll make anybody, and that's it. You know, that life was not for me anymore. It just wasn't. You know, you have to get to a point in your life where you just say, just stop. I can't do this anymore. You know. Case in point, I watched this show called Lucifer. The last episodes of Lucifer, he's with one woman now. Those first ones, when he was on, when it was on Fox at first, it was like, ooh, this ain't gonna last. It's too nasty. It's too nasty for TV. And then Netflix picked it up. The main ingredient and Girl Blue right here on Bedtime Stories with your peanut butter brother, Dr. Al Greer. And Catherine was asking me, do you at least see your son? I said, my son is grown now. He can come see me wherever he is. I haven't seen him in a while. As a matter of fact, I haven't seen my son in about a year now. And I'm hoping that one of these days we can all get together. All my kids. It's going to be, one of those times where I'm going to have all my children with me. And that's it. My children and my grandchildren. That's going to be a glorious day, I tell you. And hopefully it won't be, one of those situations where I'm about to die. I would hate that because I wouldn't be able to enjoy them except, I don't even want to think about it. I don't even want to talk about it. Once again, welcome to Catherine Laverne Flowers, our own Sheila Forrest, and Queen Janine Jefferson, and Captain Daryl Owens and his catfish. Here's Al Hudson in One Way, Something in the Past. It's Bedtime Stories with your peanut butter brother, Dr. Al Greer. So 6 hours is a major difference from 1 hour. I know that's right. That's, yeah. You like that song, Catherine? I kind of like that song too. Yep. That's one of your favorite singers. I got a chance to finally meet Al Hudson. I was introduced to him by Dinah Lynn Biggs, who is the proprietor of Biggs Radio, who also carries my show. And yep. Well, 6 hours, okay. Break it in half by stopping for ribs along the way. Oh. Uh-oh. Yep, I met Al Hudson. He's cool too. You know, Detroit native forever. I'm like, you ever think about living anywhere else? He said, nope. Mm-mm. Laverne, he says, I love my Detroit. I said, okay, I ain't mad at you. He said, he asked me if, so you ever think about coming to Detroit? I said, I love my Chicago. And that was it. He said, so you feel me, huh? I said, yeah. I'm staying here. Mm-mm. You funny, Mr. Owens. You funny. Mm-mm. Catherine said, I don't eat ribs. I heard that. I'm not a fan of the pork either. Yep, I am not a fan of the pork either. Now, back in the day, boy, I could tear up some rib tips, boy, like it was nobody's business. But when I got older, I'm like, no more pork. I'm done. I'm gonna find Lady G and have her to put you in the corner. Yeah, she gonna get that glove on you. Mhm. She gonna spank you with that leather glove. Luana, welcome back. But yeah, back in the day, I'd tear some ribs up, boy. Now it's like, give me some beef ribs. I'll be all right. Beef ribs will do for me. Pork ribs, can't do porky. I can do moo, but I can't do oink. Nope. Mm-mm. I've had enough pork to last me a lifetime. You know, sausage, bacon, oh, pork chops, oh, can't do it. I just can't do it anymore. You know, yep, but those were the days. I mean, I'd be lying if I said I didn't miss it, you know. Mm-mm. Yep, give me some beef ribs and I'll be straight. Turkey tips? Oh, yeah. You were tagging me for the couple for marriage counselors. Okay, thank you. You know, I'll give it a try. I will give it a try. Turkey tips, yeah, turkey tips are good. It's just they, take a turkey leg and cut it up and put barbecue sauce on it. Well, I've had them before. As a matter of fact, the first time I was introduced to them was at the Taste of Chicago when they had the big turkey legs with the barbecue on it. Yeah, and all they do is just cut it up and make turkey tips out of it. So, you know, TD Hughes is great for marriage counselors. TD Hughes as opposed to TD Jakes. Okay. All right. TD Hughes. Never heard of TD Hughes. Is he based in Chicago? Or is he a she? Or, let me know, Lawana, because, you know, if I'm not back in love by what is it, Sweetest Day, then it ain't happening. It ain't gonna happen. So yeah, it's just not going to happen. So that's it. He's based in Chicago. Okay. Hey, you know, like I always used to say, I'm willing to try anything once, and if I like it, I'll do it again. And I meant that about marriage too. If I like it, I'll do it again. O'Brien and you and I, right here on Bedtime Stories, with your peanut butter brother, Dr. Al Greer. It's the show designed with the lovers in mind, where we put you to bed, but never to sleep with the greatest love songs of all time. Hello to, well, there's a few weeks ago, it's been like I think a couple of months, they were having this study of people who had diabetes or possibly had diabetes. And so there's this clinic that's downstairs from our job at 800 South Wells, the other radio station, of course. And there was this young lady who drew blood from me, and I am definitely afraid of needles. I'm like, oh, here it comes. She's gonna stick me with a needle. She's gonna miss my vein. I'm gonna bleed to death. And the nicest young lady. I mean, I was like, okay, I didn't mind being stuck by her. I was like, okay, and I didn't even feel it. you know how some nurses like, oh yeah, oh your vein is rolling. Oh, like, lady, I'm about to roll up on you. But she got it right the first time. She took my blood and everything was okay. And once again, she was a nice young lady, and I thank her for not stabbing my arm like 4 or 5 times looking for a vein. So hello to Susan Burton Chasson. I know I mispronounced the last name, but yeah, Burton. Yeah, I know a Burton. Yeah, but hello, Sharon. Thank you so much for joining us here on Bedtime Stories. She's not on Facebook. She doesn't have a Facebook page. She doesn't have a Instagram page. I'm like, okay, well, as long as you're listening, I really appreciate you. Thank you so much. And yeah, nice young lady too. Easy on the eyes, as they used to say. She's easy on the eyes. It's your peanut butter brother, Dr. Al Greer. Once again, hello to Lawana Trailer, to Karen Laverne Flowers, and my best friend in the whole wide world, Daryl Owens. He says, I'll meet you at the strip mall on Sweetest Day. Daryl, as much as I love you, brother, I hope not. I hope not. There's Luther and Beyonce, and the closer I get to you, it's Bedtime Stories with your peanut butter brother, Dr. Al Greer. Well, I guess I wasn't, did I say Karen? I'm sorry, Catherine. My bad. I used to date a Karen. I'm sorry. My bad. Janine said you must be very hydrated so your veins are full so they can stand out. Well, that day, that day it worked. So I was good. I was good that day. Sorry for calling you out of your name, Catherine. My bad. Charge it to my head and not to my heart. Anyway, I used to date a Karen. As a matter of fact, I was engaged to a young lady by the name of Karen, and that was a long time ago. I think Daryl remembers that, because her and I were supposed to get married. Well, she had like two sides of her family, you know, two sides of her family. Two sides of her family. One side was saved, filled with the Holy Ghost. She had a preacher uncle, and the uncle had a son who became the pastor of the church. And then the other side of her family, they was buck wild. So, yeah, Karen and I, and it's funny because her not so buck wild part of the family gave her a bit of advice. Yeah. Is the taste still open? No. Sweetheart, the taste has been closed for a few years now. Yep. The taste has been closed. Unfortunately, yeah. Wasn't Dr. Al talking about making love? I'm making love. I ain't talking about knocking the boots, slapping the skins, pumping iron, Arnold, that's what I said. I said making love, intimacy, Daryl, you know, I broke her off, That's just not me anymore, man. It's just, like I said, it was right. Thank you. I was talking about drawing blood. You know, I was talking about drawing blood, and here he come talking about. But anyway, yeah, the Taste has been closed for a few years. I can tell you some stories about the Taste. Oh my goodness. Yep, back in my whoredom days. Yeah. Yep. We used to get buck wild in the Taste. But anyway, back to the Karen story. Um, One of her relatives gave her a bit of advice that she used on me that night. I'm not going to go into detail, but it had something to do with an ice tray. That's all I'm going to say. So, yeah. But Catherine, I won't make that mistake again. Ron Simmons, bodybuilder and power lifter. All right. Yep, the Taste was buck wild, especially um, the room behind the DJ booth. They had like two rooms where they used as dressing rooms. And yeah. Yeah. There was those two rooms behind the DJ booth that we used to get buck wild. Buck wild. Whew. Buck wild. Yep. Aunt Eunice. I know Eunice. I know Eunice. Wow. And Kitty. Yeah, I know them. Wow. No wonder. You had a boyfriend who was a bouncer at the Taste. Get out of here. Shut the front door. You had a boyfriend who was a bouncer at the. What was his name? Ooh, please don't tell me it was Tony Simone. Please don't tell me it was Tony Simone. Janine, please tell me you didn't date Tony Simone. Not that there's anything wrong with him. I'm just saying. But Catherine and Kitty, wow. But no, not Tony. Okay, all right. Mm-mm. Wow, how about that? Mm-mm. Yep. Hopefully it wasn't. Yeah, I'm about to say Tony Simone. Not that there's anything wrong with him. His first name was Lewis. Oh, you're Kitty. Okay. I'm about to say. I'm like, I know Eunice. Marvin Gaye and My Last Chance, right here on Bedtime Stories with your peanut butter brother, Dr. Al Greer. Thank you so much for joining us here. See, I said something earlier, and maybe I was wrong about the drawing of the blood. It was not the drawing of the blood, but the pricking of my finger. Okay, apples and oranges, tomatoes, tomatoes. Okay, so all right, I stand corrected, Susan. It wasn't you that actually took my blood, but just a little bit of my blood, I guess. Anyway, hello to Ron Simmons, who is a bodybuilder. I'm like, Ron, where have you been? You need to build my body, man, so that I could, defend myself against, people, those, especially those Scorpio women. I tell you, Scorpio women are the most, those Scorpio women, I tell you, they are, beware of Scorpio women, fellas. Here's Heavenly by the Temptations on Bedtime Stories with your peanut butter brother, Dr. Al Greer. I see you, Susan. You booked acts for the taste, the taste of Chicago. Oh, okay. Well, we're actually talking about the Taste Entertainment Center, not the Taste of Chicago. Yeah. Yeah, we're talking about the taste in Inglewood, but not the taste of Chicago. But I hear you. I hear you. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. The radio DJ thing was cool. Well, yeah, it's always cool. Yeah, it's always cool. Mm-mm. At the taste, yeah. I remember they had a setup in the taste where they would go live from the taste and they would play music live from the taste. Those were the days, boy. Man, woo-wee. Those were the days. Man. Woo. Man, I remember, yeah, they broke records at the Taste. I remember they had the Ohio Players at the Taste, the Dramatics, One Way featuring Al Hudson, Lattimore, and they were all at the Taste. The Taste was booming back in the day. You know, that's when Lattimore had Stormy Monday out. Oh man, those were the days of the Taste. The Taste was booming. The Taste was the place to be. Live broadcasts right there from the Taste. You know, Doc and the Bad Boys, the Taste Kittens, you name it, they had it. I mean, those, woo, boy. Daryl said I wasn't old enough. Yeah, okay, Daryl. Okay, you weren't old enough. Okay. Whatever. Used to party at the Taste when I was 18 years old, me and my girls. Okay. Mm-mm. Man, oh man. I mean, we had a great time back then. You know, nobody got shot, nobody got hurt. Yep. 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 But I always wanted to DJ at the Taste because I liked the way the DJ booth was made. You had to step down into the booth. So that was cool. Sheila said I wasn't old enough either. Well, I guess that just leaves me. Daryl and I are the same age. I don't know what he's talking about. He wasn't old enough to get in the Taste. Like, yeah, we could have just walked in with our old looking selves. Mm-mm. They didn't have catfish in that room behind the DJ booth. They had some fish back there, but it wasn't catfish. But everybody wanted to sleep with the DJ. You know. Yep, everybody wanted to be with the DJ. Those were everybody wanted to be with the DJ. So they would, you know, they wouldn't even wait till we got off work. They'd come in the DJ booth, you know. And like I said, you had to step down into the DJ booth. So it sank down low. And then there was like a step that you go into, that, you know, yeah. And on like a platform. And it was a chair that sat over there. And the girls would come in and they would flash me in the DJ booth. Yeah. 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 I would get flashed in the DJ booth. Yep. There was not a night that went past that I didn't get flashed in the DJ booth. Yep. Either flashed or mooned. Yeah, they kind of went together. So either they flashed me or they would moon. Or, you know, yeah. Flash, moon. Or they would do the Sharon Stone, you know, they'd cross their legs and, yeah, that kind of thing. Mm-mm. Yep. It's a surprise for me. Yes, yes. Felicia Lucas Miles. Hey, sis. Welcome to the party. Don't forget to share the live video on your page. And don't forget, donations are welcome via the Cash App. Thank you so much. What's going on, sis? Thanks for joining us. I appreciate you, as always. And as always, kiss my baby for me. Thank you. Thank you. Yep. Share my page. And tell my baby I said hi. All accustomed to us. All accustomed to her place. All accustomed to her face. Two in a row from the Tempting Temptations. I've grown accustomed to her face from the album For Lovers Only. It's your peanut butter brother, Dr. Al Greer. And of course, this is what we do. Music for lovers only. And it's, of course, brought to you by Catfish Grease on My Fingers. Okay. Yeah, that would be me. We are WOSD Radio DB Chicago, WDLB Indianapolis, World Vibe Radio, and of course, Ray Neal Media, the best music of your life. And you're listening to Bedtime Stories with your peanut butter brother, Al Greer. Hello to my brother from another mother, to Javier Del Real, who is over at WRLL, which is our sister station, to WVON. Also to my sister from another mister, Felicia Lucas Miles. And once again, hello to Susan. And of course, tonight, she's the basis of us doing our foreplay feature. These gentlemen were known as the Pirates. They were they had so many names. Otis and the Siberians, the Elgins, they just had a whole bunch of names. And then finally, they decided that they would call themselves something that was, racy and spicy. And of course, it wasn't risque. It was the Temptations. In tonight's Spotlight, Inside Foreplay, right here on Bedtime Stories, with your peanut butter brother, Dr. Al Greer. 4 in a row from one of America's favorite groups. Truly, truly, truly for you. Don't be spelling my sister name wrong, Darrell. Hola, Javier. How are you, sir? He must be about to start his show or has already started his show. So, am I sleeping? Nope, I'm wide awake. Yeah, wide awake. Nope, wide awake. Does it look like I'm sleeping? No, I'm wide awake. I will be at 12 o'clock. I will be sleeping. Is Sheila sleeping? No, Daryl. I think everybody's wide awake. Your catfish jokes have has everyone awake, wide awake. Pardon me while I brush my hair. Let me see how many people I have online. 7. Okay. Oh my. Oh my. Oh my. Oh my. That's all right. You said, is Sheila sleeping? No. I think Sheila's wide awake. I think everybody's wide awake at this point. Janine is still here. Ron is still here. Okay. All right. Ron is still there. So no one's asleep yet. No one yet. Don't forget to share the page, and don't forget, Bedtime Stories with Al Greer. Donations are welcome via the Cash App at $Al P. Greer. I ain't begging. They said closed mouths don't get fed. So I'm asking for donations. And of course, the money doesn't go to me. The money don't go to me. I need Sheila to protect me from Janine. You lucky Lady G is not on here. She really get on you with that glove, I tell you. Her and that one leather glove. She gonna get you. Will 9 o'clock be your regular time on Wednesdays? Absolutely. Yep. Absolutely. Janine says, I have fur-covered handcuffs. She said she's going to bed. Okay, kiss your husband for me and kiss my baby for me. Yep, kiss him on his head. Yep. That's my bromance right there. My brother. Yep. Where did you get them from? Fur-covered handcuffs? Is that what you want? You can get them at any dollar store. I think they sell them there. I mean, you're asking the wrong person, I bought a vibrator once from my first wife. Why'd I do that? I would say that was money well spent. I want that thing back. Oh, that's right. Oh, Reggie talking to me. Hey, Reg. Professor. Professor. Janine says, I have real handcuffs. Okay. I'm going to leave that alone. Professor? How you doing, Professor? Salute. Salute. Janine says, I have real. Oh, Adam and Eve. That's where you get them. Okay. Catherine says she's scared of those. Catherine, you scared of handcuffs? I had a handcuff story I told earlier. There was a young lady that I met, and we handcuffed each other. Well, I handcuffed her, and we went to sleep, and we stayed handcuffed all night and cupped. What do they call it? Cupping, whatever. We stayed in that same position all night. And she like, you ain't even try nothing? I'm like, nope. So the next time she came to my house, she was ready. She was like, something wrong with you. You laying next to all of this and you didn't want none? Nope. Because I knew you'd be back. So I wasn't trying to, blow my chance. And that was it. Sheila's back. Hello, Sheila. Daryl said, I'm on the corner. I don't know what that means, but I'm gonna leave it alone. Yeah, she was very curious because when she did come back, she came back with a trench coat on and lingerie. She said, I thought you were gay because I didn't try to sleep with you on the first night. Oh, well. He's been very naughty this evening. Yes, he has. Go stand in the corner, not on the corner, but in the corner. Now take the notebook and pen and write 100 times, I will not mention catfish for 3 days. Now, you know that ain't going to happen, right? You know that's not going to happen with Daryl. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Daryl is on a mission to go fishing, and it ain't for catfish. Okay. Catherine said, I've been here long enough to put you in the corner, but I'm glad you're in a corner. Oh, boy. Mm-mm. You handle it, Sheila. You too, Catherine. I'm leaving him in your hands. I have nothing else to say. Daryl, you're on your own. I can't help you. Go ahead. Go right ahead, Daryl. What did she say? Don't put him on me. Okay, Catherine. Woo, boy. Is that Ken Watlington coming in here? All right, Ken. Yeah, we need a little bit more testosterone in the room, especially with Daryl Owens sucking up all the testosterone in the room. Mm-mm. I don't know where Lady G is tonight. I really don't. Normally, she's the first one in the room. Yep. Ken Watlington. I wish Ken had the cash out, boy. I tell you. I'm just putting that out there, Cash out, cash out. I'm just putting it out there, guys. I'm just saying. Just putting it out there. Yep. Oh, and by the way, don't forget to share the live video, please, and thank you. Kenny Cool Cat, what's going on, sir? There she is. There's Lady G. We talked her up. Lady G is in the house. My ears were buzzing. Y'all was talking about me. We sure were. Yeah, but need to get that leather glove on Daryl, I tell you. Yeah. We're all good, Ken. We're all good. Never, never. Yeah, I've been being good, but Daryl, oh, four in a row, wrapping up foreplay with the Temptations. And of course, Some Enchanted Evening right here on Bedtime Stories with your peanut butter brother, Dr. Al Greer. Thank you so much for joining us. I tell you, Lady G finally came into the chat room here. Um, thank you so much, Lady G, because you know Daryl Owens has been acting up all night, Mr. Catfish himself. So we needed somebody to come in and mediate for him. Tell him to go stand in the corner like a bad child. Anyway, thank you so much for the suggestion, Susan. So we played four in a row from the Temptations for Susan. She said that was her daddy's favorite group. I said mine too, mine too. The Temptations, the OJs, Harold Melvin and the Blue Notes, all of those guys. Yeah. Here's one of my favorite songs. This was introduced to me by a young lady that I used to date a long time ago, and I could not listen to this song after that because it would just stir up bad memories. But now I can listen to it. It's a beautiful song. It's by Rochelle Farrell and Will Downing. Nothing has ever felt like this. Janine said it's her bedtime. All right, Janine. Thank you, Queen, for staying up with us as long as you did. I appreciate it. Yeah, Daryl's been naughty. You need to, put the glove on him. Well, you need to put that glove on him. Show him some love with the glove. Yes. Bad, Daryl. Bad. Mm-mm. All right. See you soon, Janine. Thank you. My best to your son, as always. Kiki, what's going on, sir? Don't forget, October 1st, I'll be at the Grand Ballroom celebrating the birthday of Godfather Freddie G. Or Freddie McGee. That's going to be on Friday, October 1st. That's at the Grand Ballroom, 62nd and Halsted. 62nd and Cottage Grove. Get it together, Al. Get it together. What's up, Kiki? Yep. Special guest performance will be by Garland Green. So that should be good. He's coming out of retirement just to sing them songs, I'll tell you. Yep. And I can't wait. Uh-oh, somebody's getting sleepy. And it's me. Cleaning off my watch. I'm not asleep. Play some Garland Green. You got it. Okay. Mary Taylor, how are you? Ron Simmons, hope to see you at the Grand Ballroom on the 1st of October. Quite like this. Yep, October 1st, Grand Ballroom. So, Kiki, y'all still out there skating? I guess at this point, you all are skating with masks on, right? Trying to stay protected. Mary Taylor, I'm doing good, thank you. I would love to go to that event. You there until 5? No, that's the other show. I'm here until, for another 29 minutes, and then I'm gone. To bed, that is. Yeah. Lady G, how you be? Yep. You see that door over there, Kiki? Yeah, I'll be walking through that door in another 28 minutes to go to bed. For sure. Once again, thank you, Catherine, for joining us this evening. Hope this won't be your last time, okay? But she said, go home, be safe out there, get some sleep and some good rest. Well, I'm right at home. So, when I'm done, I am going to bed. Thank you. I don't have a lot of time to myself. This was nice. I shall tune in again. I hope you do, sweetheart. Thank you. I really appreciate it. I always appreciate new people on my page. So anytime I go live, make sure you hit that notification so you'll know when I go live, both on Facebook and Instagram. Instagram is Peanut Butter Brother 1. So hit me up anytime you feel like it. Yep, anytime. Oh, bless your heart. Thank you, Catherine. Yeah, Rochelle Farrell, she's like the female Al Jarreau to me. Yeah, she's like the female Al Jarreau because she does all these with her mouth and stuff. she is good. Yep, Mary Taylor. Mary Taylor. Hope to see you at the Grand Ballroom on the 1st of October. Rocktober. Good night, Mary Taylor. Make your plans and tell your friends. Once again, thank you, Catherine. I appreciate you. Thank you. And thank you, Lady G. Thank you. Where's the Grand Ballroom? It's on 62nd and Cottage Grove. So, if you just happen to be in town on October 1st, come on down. It's going to be a great time. And of course, wear your masks. I have to pick up Aunt Eunice and we'll hit it one more time. Okay. I would love to see Eunice. I would just love to see her. That is, yeah. When we used to hang out at the Taste every Friday, oh man. Good times, yeah. Yep. It was some good times at the Taste. It's on my page. I'll repost it. That is one of my favorite songs. Marcus Miller, along with Michelle and Degacello, and Rush Over right here on Bedtime Stories. With the Peanut Butter Brother, Dr. Al Greer, thank you so much. And don't forget, October 1st, we're going to be at the Grand Ballroom. That's Friday, October 1st. I think the tickets are, if I'm not mistaken, I think they're $25, and the show starts at about 6 o'clock in the evening. So If you guys aren't doing anything on the bill, will be Garland Green. Yep, Mr. Jealous kind of fella himself. It's your peanut butter brother, Dr. Al Greer. Here's Michael Franks and Brenda Russell. When I give my love to you. Oh, you know it. Oh, you know it. It's your Dr. Al Greer, and this is Bedtime Stories. She sends me all the old pictures. I looked like a baby. You still look like a baby. I'm like, good grief. I would not have guessed that you were 50 years old. You know, that is you on that profile picture, right, Catherine? You know. But I'll post on Facebook where you can get those tickets. Oh, that's your niece. Okay. That's okay too. That's all right too. At the Grand Ballroom. So Good, So Right by Brenda Russell coming up. Yep. Tickets are $25. I just posted it on Facebook, so yeah. She was just 53 years old. Oh my goodness. Your former girlfriend, she was just 53. Did she have COVID? Doesn't matter, right? She's gone. Wow. Wow. Hmm. All right. My music wouldn't start. Like, what the heck? Garland Green. Jealous kind of fella. I used to be jealous. Back in the day, I used to be. I was jealous once. And what happened? I was jealous once and I almost lost my arm. I tried to put my arm through a glass, uh, one of those glass doors, those diamond shaped glass. Yeah, I tried to do that and pull somebody up out of it. Thought I was Superman or something. I don't know what I was thinking. But I almost lost my arm. So I said, after that, I would never be jealous again. And I haven't been since. Or have I? I don't know. Anyway, hello to my sister, Angie Martin Turner. Thanks for checking in. And for Lady G and Ken Watlington. Thanks for checking in on Facebook to Bedtime Stories with the Peanut Butter Brother, Dr. Al Greer, and your request for Brenda Russell's So Good, So Right. So right, be with you tonight. You're in Toledo, holy Toledo. Be careful in Toledo, sis. Yeah, be careful out there. To be with you tonight. Man, it's been a rough year. Yes, last year was very rough. 2020 was you know, just bad. What you say? Ain't nothing in Toledo. Okay, fine. Hey, have fun. Get buck wild in Toledo. Buck wild. Bucky naked. So, but yeah, Ken, I'm sorry to hear that. Man, like I said, 2020 was a rough year last year for everybody, with this COVID jive. COVID ain't no joke. This Delta variant, once it's over with, I think we'll be in the clear. But I still want to know, how long did the first pandemic last of the 1900s? I wonder how long that lasted. Was it 1910 or something like that? Yeah. I wonder how long that lasted. That's what I want to know, before we got back to normal then. So to give you like an idea, well, we have different technology now than we had before. So, yeah. Yeah, we have different technology. Yep. She had breast cancer. Oh no. Mm. I'm sorry to hear that, Ken. I really am. I'm sorry to hear that. I went to like 3 funerals in a row, like every Saturday. It was a different funeral. So I feel you. I feel you, brother. No more. No more. Mm. You say ain't nothing in Toledo. I heard that, sis. I heard that. No, I appreciate you, Lady G. Thank you. Thank you so much. I was wondering how I was going to make it to the end of the week. What is man? Hear me at this stage. What is man? To the once for me. He always does. He always does. The great Oscar Brown Jr. and a ladies' man. Yep, yep. He is telling my story right there. That's me right there. Sock it to her once for me. I can't do it no more. I'm done. To Dr. Al Greer, I got one more song to play. One more before I get out of here. Once again, thank you so much, Catherine, for checking us out for the first time. I appreciate it. She sent me some pictures. I'm like, I remember you from the taste. Yes, I do. Thank you so much, Catherine. Also to Lady G and Ken Wadlington, my sister, Angie Martin Turner, who's bowling over there in Toledo, of all the places to be bowling. I ain't mad at you, sis. Here's Norman Connors with a little help from Michael Henderson. You are my starship on Bedtime Stories. Good night, Sheila. Good night, Sheila Forrest. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Good night, all. Once again, I appreciate you. Good night, Sheila. Yes, Catherine, it has been a blast. Thank you for bringing back those memories. I appreciate it. Thank you. Yep, them was the days at the taste. Yes, sir. Thank you, Ken. Ken Dub. My starship. Yep, we're keeping you in our prayers, Ken. As always, this is a praying group. This is a praying group. Thank you so much. Patrice, you're right on time to see me say goodnight. You're right on time, sweetheart. Good night, Patrice. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Don't be late, baby. Don't be late. Thank you so much for staying up with me, Sheila Forrest, Patrice Gant, Catherine, Laverne Flowers, to Sharon. Thank you so much for the suggestion for the Temptations for foreplay tonight. Lady G, Ken Watlington, just everybody. Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys. Captain Daryl Owens with his catfish jokes. You keep us laughing in the chat room all the time. Sheila Forrest, you are just an angel. Thank you so much. As Lady G, I appreciate you. I really do. That's going to do it for me, Al Greer. To everybody over at bigsradio.com, Ray Neal Media, World Vibe Radio, and of course, my peoples here at WOSD. Till next time, blue skies, green lights, and peace. Good night, Miss Delicious. And I thank you all once again. Oh, the interlude by Mandra. Yeah. You're welcome, sir. You are so welcome. Once again, guys, it's always a pleasure. I appreciate you all. Lady G, I appreciate you. Tony Bosley, Patrice Gant, everybody. Daryl Owens, Queen Janine as well. Robin Lewis, LaWanna Traylor. Who else? Candace McCullum. Okay, she was on too. Javier, Nanette Frank, Britton, Kiki, Rico Hudson, Darius Lawrence, and everybody else. Thank you so much. I appreciate you all. Bless you all, and we'll do it again real soon. All right. Peace out.